I don't know if it's just me, but recently I have seen a ton of videos criticizing The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom in many different aspects. At first, I remember everyone loving the game, but then about a year later, it's almost as if people had changed their minds. After a year, people certainly have more than enough time to reflect on their experience, but why such a sudden change of mindset? Besides the numerous reasons such as not the best storytelling or it's a Breath of the Wild copy, usually what people tend to agree on the most is to bring back the older formula. Well, now we have it. Well, in some way. The newest entry in the Zelda series is set for release at the end of this month, on September 26th. For the first time in the series, we will finally be able to play Zelda as the protagonist instead of Link. Although this time we won't have a character wielding a sword and a shield, Zelda's gameplay mechanics are quite interesting as well. Compared to the two previous mainline entries in the series, Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, we're finally switching back to a more old-school Zelda formula. In my previous video on why the traditional Zelda formula should come back, some people in the comments mentioned that Nintendo could simply make old-school Zelda games and 3D open-world like Zelda games. With the announcement of Echoes of Wisdom, Nintendo seemed to do exactly that, and most fans seem satisfied. Echoes of Wisdom is a game that undoubtedly took a lot of inspiration from Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. Whether it's by the more open-air gameplay or by the gameplay interface such as the menus, many similarities are shared between the games. I've seen many people compare it to a sort of 2D Tears of the Kingdom, which is something I think is fair to say. The post-Tears of the Kingdom period greeted us with a brand new title a bit earlier than some fans expected it to. A bit more than a year after the release of Tears of the Kingdom, fans were already speculating about remakes or ports of older Zelda games. Most often brought up were, of course, Wind Waker and Twilight Princess, but rumors of a full-on remake using Link's Awakening art style were also being discussed, those games being the Oracles of Seasons and Ages. Nonetheless, when Echoes of Wisdom was revealed in the June Direct and when everyone noticed it was reusing Link's Awakening's art style, most people instantly thought that the rumors of the Oracle games being remade were true. But so then was the title reveal that everyone was surprised, including me, a brand new Zelda game featuring Princess Zelda as the protagonist. We know that this idea of a playable Zelda has been around for a while now at Nintendo. In an interview with Aonuma asking if a playable Zelda in the future was possible, he said that there may be some sort of possibility for something like that in the future. He also interjected in English by saying maybe. Although Echoes of Wisdom isn't the type of game to win a Game Award, it's still an incredible game that really reunited the fans. Nintendo clearly knew that by making Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, without them necessarily wanting to, they somewhat separated the fanbase into two. But now we know more where Nintendo is trying to go with the franchise. They don't want to get rid of what Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom offered. They can keep an open-air style of gameplay, all while going back to the roots of what is true Zelda. I think that what they've done with Echoes of Wisdom is genius, and that if they can keep with it, they can surely keep the fans as well as the franchise in shape. They can still release big 3D Zelda games every once in a while as well. Thank you for watching this video. I haven't uploaded in a while, so it's great to finally be back on track. Recently, Tears of the Kingdom's Masterworks was released as well. As soon as a translation is available for this book, I'll surely make a video on it too. Until then, thank you again for watching. See you next time, bye bye!